Good morning. Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Vegas Daily Free Picks Winners Show. That's a mouthful. That's right, guys. The First Family of Vegas show is coming to you every weekday on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, joined by some of the world's best documented handicappers and some of the world's biggest sports bettors. Brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Guys, we're going to be releasing a ton of free pick winners, some great betting insights, and have a few laughs too. So join us each weekday so we can improve your bankroll. We have a great show today, a great panel. This is a way to finish the week, no? This is a way. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you've ever been to a concert, a show, anything, they always save the best for last. And boy, do we have a great panel today. All righty, here we go. Going around the horn, Dan Kaiser and Sniper West. Dan, how are you today?
Doing good. Swept the board in the hockey last night. Won in base. Had a winning day in baseball. So, yeah, things are going well.
Good stuff. I see Thor is there. Look at little Thor. Hi, Thor. My good buddy, Sniper West. How you doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic, Joe. Thank you for having me on again. We got UFC in Mexico, or Mexico, if I get my pronunciation correctly tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to kicking some bookmaker butt in the UFC once again, like I do every single week. And, couldn't be more excited. Thanks for having me on again.
Oh, we're honored to have you. As if you don't know, guys, Coach Sniper West is kind of new to the SportsMemo brand. He is considered one of, if not the most respected UFC analysts, cappers, whatever you want to call it, in the world. He is just the best there is, and that's how I got to know Wes. I dabble. I do boxing. As you know, I was a 3-time Gold Glove winner. I know a lot of fighters. And I do know a lot of the UFC guys. That's for another story. Some of the guys I know are currently fighting, so I don't talk about them. It's not right for me to talk about friends that I have that are fighting because I'm in sports betting. I don't want to tarnish, if I can, any reputations. But I got to know Wes because he is the insider, so to speak, when it comes to UFC. He's the best in the world, guys. I said one of the best because I don't want to offend anybody else, but if you're the best, you're the best. And Sniper West is known as the best, so we're honored to have him. Wes, I will tell you, the last few days, I haven't been phoning it in here. I always give 110%, but I've been a little under the weather. I don't know if you could hear it in my voice today. I definitely sound like a hooker that worked at docks after the fleet came in. It's an old saying, by hookers. But I've been battling something, and on top of anything, I'm like Russia. I'm fighting a 2-front war. My back is starting to go out again, and we know how much fun that can be around here. But I am a needy person when I'm sick. I'm a tough guy most of the time, but when I'm sick, I'm a little pussycat. I'll tell you that. Thank God for Dion being around the last few days. After I'm doing my shows and doing my analysis and getting my games up, which, by the way, I'll get into in a minute, but another winning day for everybody to follow me on SportsMemo again. Guys, I am on the couch. We've been binge watching Happy Face.
Happy Face.
But I can't get through it because I'll tell you what. I took some nighttime cold medicine in the middle of the day yesterday. Wow. I got to tell you. Dion said, what did you say? I was what?
You were snoring so loud.
And because of my back situation, I don't even make it to the bedroom. We've got a nice house. Our bed is it's one of them beds you would see in a royal palace. It's really high. Like for people like myself and then we got to jump up to get on the bed or scoot our tushes up on the bed. Our dogs, some of our dogs have gotten older the last couple of years, they need help getting on the bed. They go to make it. They make it most of the time, but sometimes they got to come right back down. But I've been on the couch. We got a big couch, 14 feet by 12 feet, and I could scoot up and down on that couch because it's really low. Having said all that, which, I could say good morning by the time I'm done. It's lunchtime. I've been a little under the weather, so I appreciate everybody out there. A couple of fluff things, but you know how I start every show. Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
I drove Dion crazy this morning because I'm cranky when I'm sick. When I'm sick, I get cranky, guys. And although for you guys, I'm my charming, wonderful, charismatic self, I've been driving Dion crazy to the point where she almost called a divorce lawyer this morning. I'll tell you that. So I'm sorry, Dion, but the goods and the bads is what we put up with. That's why I was so good for 25 years. First Family Show is on its own YouTube channel. Subscribe now, like it, ring that bell so you don't miss a single winning play, a single laugh, any of the betting insights. MLB every day right now. This is a smaller schedule, and there was a couple of teams that did not take part in opening day yesterday. They're playing today. NHL, NBA playoffs 3 weeks away. You know, we're going to get into this, but you will go to Sports Memo after the show. I'm talking to those viewers out there. You're going to look around, man. Do your due diligence. You'll find somebody tailor-made for you. We want to welcome Abby Jackson, also known as Big Daddy, and Vegas Consensus Picks, who have won the last few nights. I know that because they called me and tell me every day. First couple of days, they had a rough day or two, and then they've just been on fire the last few days. They've got a big play, I think, today.
I believe so.
Going off. Dion's got some specials, some discounts. We're going to get right into free plays in time for you to take advantage of them today. Dion, take it away.
Yeah, so we have some discounts going on right now. We have the First Family Show discount for any of the cappers that are on the First Family Show, good through Sunday. You get 3 days for, $30 comes down to just $10 a day. All you have to do is use code MEMO3 upon checkout, and you can use that as many times as you like for as many of the cappers that are on the First Family Show.
You'll see that scrolling through the bottom of your screen through the entire show. Memo 3, any capper, that is just great on the show. 3-day pass, $10 a day. You can't beat that with a bat. Dion, what else do we have?
We also do have a great special that's going on right now where you can meet all of the new cappers that have been added to Sports Memo. You can get a 7-day pass for just $34.99. That comes down to less than $5 a day. And that one there, all you have to do is go to the capper that you choose, go to their homepage, and pick up that special, $34.99 for 7 days. That is the best way where you can get used to and see what the new cappers have going on.
Familiarize yourself with all the new talent we have. By the way, the talent we have is new to the Sports Memo brand. They're not new to sports betting and not new to making people money or winning. So go over, follow VCP, Vegas Consensus Picks, Abby, Big Daddy, CBI, Sean, or Tom. $5 a day. Guys, you can't get a burger or a beer for $5 a day. Yeah, what else do we have?
Oh, and we also do have, since opening day of MLB started yesterday, we do have a great special going on right now where you can get 7 days of MLB picks for just $49. You can grab as many of those deals as you like from as many of the cappers on the website.
Hello.
Yeah, that one is just $49. 7 days of MLB picks from any of your favorite cappers.
Guys, this is a great way to get your feet wet, so to speak, with any of the cappers during baseball. Baseball, brand new season. Just started the last few days. I know we had 2 games in the Tokyo Dome a few weeks back, Dodgers, Cubs, but this is firing all cylinders right now, baseball. And if you're not familiar with baseball overall, or you're not familiar with some of the cappers, get your feet wet. 7 days. 40 was $7 a day, right? I don't need a calculator and a degree from MIT. Guys, these discounts that Sports Memo has to offer are unrivaled. All right. And we know that saving your money just as good as making your money. Speaking of making money, D, what else do we have for everybody?
Not too much.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Not too much. The floor is open. Not too much. I'm a little off my game, guys. I'm telling you, wow. I'm still under the weather, but I'll kick it over the weekend. The floor is open. Any comments or questions or any games we don't cover for you on the First Family Show, you want to ask one of our cappers or the entire panel, fire away in the comments area. We're going to try to get to all of them. Let's get right into some free winners. And Sniper West is no stranger to winning, guys. He's been winning for years for anybody that follows him, and not just in UFC. He's been winning in all sports. But since he's hit the ground over at SportsMemo, he's hit it running. He's doing some great work there. He's up a ton of units. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side at SportsMemo. He's got a free play winner. Wes, take it away.
Well, like I said earlier, UFC is the star of the show. 19-8 run in 2025 for 70%. Plus 4,800 to the good. I'm very excited about the UFC Mexico card tomorrow evening. And you can go grab that over at sportsmemo.com, the number one sports consultant in the industry, might I add. And regarding the free play, so let's roll to the NBA here. I'm going to take the Suns +8 over the Timberwolves. So the Suns, they did get embarrassed. If you remember, they played the Celtics and Jason Tatum did not play, but they still got blown out. I watched that entire game, and the Boston Celtics, let me tell you what, they could not miss a three-pointer. It was just crazy. It felt like they went like 80% from downtown. But they're going to want to bounce back here. The Suns will, for sure. They are duking it out with the Mavericks for the final play-in spot. The Timberwolves, they got blown out by the Pacers 119-103. So, they're tied with the Clippers and the Warriors. They're all trying to stay out of the play-in tournament. So both teams are going to be highly motivated. But, Minnesota, they've won the past 7 head-to-heads versus Phoenix. So Phoenix is sick of losing to Minnesota, right? And I don't know if they win this game, but you're going to give me, 7 points here with the Suns. I think it's +7. It was +8 when I wrote this up, but I think it's +7 now. So actually money's coming in on Phoenix, and I agree. So I'm going to roll with the Suns here. Give me these 7 points with the Phoenix Suns. I think they're going to hang tough in Minnesota. I'm going Phoenix Suns +8 over the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight.
Sniper West, who is killing it in all sports over at SportsMemo, says the Phoenix Suns plus the points is a winner. You'll be a winner if you follow him here with his free picks. But you know what? His free picks are winning. And if you think his free picks will make you money, wait till you see what he has to offer you on his premium side over at SportsMemo. Once again, Wes, tell everybody what you got going on the premium side tonight.
UFC Mexico. I do have 3 plays. I have I have a premium play on every single Sweet 16 game tonight. There's 4 games tonight. I have a premium play on all 4 of them. You can go grab that over at SportsMemo, as well as I have plays in Major League Baseball between the Cubs and Diamondbacks this evening, and the NHL between the Rangers and the Ducks. That will be your late night bailout over at SportsMemo.com.
Great stuff from Wes, as you know. I call him the sniper because he's picking off bookmakers from a distance. I'll tell you that. He is winning, and you will be too. Go follow him. Go over to SportsMemo. Go to his page. You'll see, because numbers don't lie. You'll see his win-loss record, and he is winning. Best in the world, UFC, also crushing. He's got all four Sweet 16 games today. Go follow him with all 4. You know what? But bring a broom, because I got a feeling he's going to sweep the board tonight. He's going to stick around if you got any questions or comments for him. I want to go to my good buddy, Dan the Man, Dan the Professor Kaiser. He's there with his second in command, which is really the boss of the house, Thor. We always love having Dan and Thor on the show. As you know, we're big dog lovers here. Pygao and Kino. Kino's below me. Pygau's on just behind Dion. We love our dogs in this house. I just don't know why people can't be as humane as dogs are. Having said all that, Dan's been doing great work over at SportsMemo. It's not just recently, guys. He's been doing it for years at SportsMemo, but even going back further, before he joined the SportsMemo brand, he was known as one of the sharpest sports bettors on the planet. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side. He's got a free play winner. Dan, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, after having a little bit of a slump a week and a half ago in hockey, I've turned it around. I'm 6-1 over the last 3 days, which is number 1 at SportsMemo, and I'm number 1 over the last 30 days at SportsMemo on the ice. I think I'm number 3 in baseball so far. It's early in the season, but it's always good to be on the leaderboards. I'm looking at free play here. I'm looking on the total in the Houston-Purdue game, but I'm looking at the first half total. I'll get to that reason here at the end. But first off, Houston is the best defensive team in the nation. And one thing they got going for them in this matchup is they have size, versatility, and they have a number of bodies to, if not shut down, at least slow down Purdue's Kaufman-Renn. The Cougars have 3 6'8" forwards that they can rotate on Renn to give them different looks and just keep throwing bodies at them. The Boilermakers have yet to give up over 63 points in this tournament, but a lot of it has to do with pace of play. Purdue is 306th in the nation possessions per game, and if you think that's slow, Houston's played even slower, and they rank 357th in the nation possessions per game. Looking at a little first half trends here, Houston has hit the first game total under in 19 of their last 37 games. Purdue has only hit the first game total over in 17 of their last 38 games. But the big reason why I like the under here is you got to look at where these teams play. Houston, Purdue. If they don't play all the games, they play the vast majority of their games in basically what you would say like college stadiums or college field houses, which are small, more intimate, and it gives you a different shooting perspective. This game is at Lucas Oil Field. It's in a football stadium. The sight lines are different. The depth perception's different. Purdue only shoots 33% from 3 in this tournament. I think, again, at least for the first half, both these teams will struggle with outside shots. So I'm going to play the under 61.
Great stuff from my good buddy Dan the Professor Kaiser. Dan the Man says Purdue, Houston, First half under 61. Great breakdown, great analysis.
It was.
That's what I love about Dan, particularly, guys. I love all our cappers here at SportsMemo, but over with Dan, he breaks down games with a different angle. He really does. Talking about the field houses, the views, this and that, things that I don't think about. And I'm doing this for 45 years. Guys, that's why SportsMemo has the best collection of cappers on the planet. Dan says take the under. It's a winner. You will be.
First half.
In the first half, by the way, thank you. You will be if you follow him there. He's going to tell you what else he's got on the premium side tonight. Dan, it's all you, buddy.
Yeah, I've got 2 plays up in hockey tonight. I've got a 3-pack of baseball plays, and I'm still breaking down the Sweet 16. I don't know if I keep going back and forth the game, so I'm not really sure if I'll have anything, but I may have at least 1 or 2 plays up later today. Great
stuff from Dan. Go over to SportsMemo after the show. You see his buzz link, sm.buzz/DK. He is a winner. You will be too, and numbers don't lie. His numbers aren't just good for recent weeks or recent months. They're good for seasons. They're good for years. And in his case, they're good for decades. One of the best ever in this business. He's going to stick around if you got any questions or comments. Hey, Dan, is that a Michigan Wolverines sweatshirt you got on?
Hey, it's first game of the season, and the Yankees are already cheating.
Oh!
What do you mean they're cheating? They won.
They cheated. But
how did they cheat?
Huh?
How did they cheat?
In the 9th inning, their outfielder took his hat off to knock down the ball so it wouldn't get past him.
I didn't see it, but I'm going to go look into it. But I don't think they're cheating. First game of the season, huh?
First game of the season, they're already cheating.
Let me ask you something. You guys up in Canada, you're still talking about Joe Carter from 35 years ago.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. That's Jesse's area of expertise. I don't live in Canada.
Okay. Well, it's the same thing. You're in Michigan, right?
Yeah, but it's not Canada.
You still need a passport to get back into this country, don't you?
Hey. Technically, I'm not allowed into Canada, so I wouldn't be coming back here anyway.
I love you, Dan. You're the best. Guys, we have a lot of fun on this show. Obviously, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs. Bottom line is you're getting great betting insights and some amazing free pick winners. I want to talk about the First Lady of Las Vegas. People always say, Joe D'Amico, Joe D'Amico, best big game hunter on the planet. Somebody had another, not just one, but another 5% winner last night.
I did.
College basketball, the First Lady of Las Vegas. She's been killing it in all sports. I know she had a snag a couple days back.
I did.
She had a snag, but
we all have them.
We all have them. It's not what I do like about the people at SportsMemo is the integrity they have when they talk to you about some bad days or a bad couple of days, whatever. You go on social media and you'll see people saying, oh my goodness, I'm 36-0. Come on, guys, please. Please, please, please. I would prefer somebody tell me, hey, guess what? I'm 16-10, my last 26. It's more believable. All right, if you are 34-0, show me where you're documented. Show me the days you put in. Don't send me to a place that you own. Okay, I'm on a bunch of websites. Dan's a bunch of sites, but we over here at SportsMemo, I got to tell you, or I should say, our numbers are on a bunch of different places. Over here at SportsMemo, you see our numbers on this site. It is amazing because we don't lie. She hit a snag. She talked about it. But the time to jump back on the First Lady of Las Vegas' place is when she starts hitting again. She's hitting again. 5-unit play last night on who? On who?
It was
Arkansas.
And they almost had that game outright, but at the last
minute or so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you
they
what.
They could have had it.
From what I understand, that they were up by about 16 at the half.
They were up 16
so
at the half.
So anybody that followed her, guys, by a few minutes into the game, you were sitting back with your feet up. That's another one. I know she's got some things she wants to tell you about on the premium side. She's going to tell you what she's been doing. She's going to tell you what you can expect for her on the premium side at SportsMemo. She's got another free play winner. Dion, the floor is yours, kiddo.
Yeah, as Joey did mention last night, we had a nice big win yesterday with Arkansas. And today we're going to go ahead and win again. I have 2 plays loaded right now over at SportsMemo. I have my Sweet 16 Crusher play and my Sweet 16 High Roller play. Those are both 4% plays. So head on over to the site and use one of the amazing discounts that we do have going on. And my free plays won again yesterday. They are killing it on the show. I believe I've dropped maybe three or 4 games maybe since we've started back with the show.
Me and you together have been like something. I think we've done. We did 3 and 9, 12. I think I'm either 9-3 or 8-4, and I think you're 8-4. So between us, 17 of 24 plays have come in for you. Today, she's got another free winner she's going to tell you about. Dion, take it away, kiddo.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead for my free play. I'm going to go ahead and touch on the same game that Dan did, but instead of the total, I'm going to go ahead and go with the side in this one. So this game might be played just a short ride away from Purdue University, but I don't see any advantage for the Boilermakers here. They play a Houston team riding a 15-game straight-up win streak and possessing the overall best defense in the college basketball, yielding just 58.4 points per game. History has not been kind to the Boilermakers when facing the number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. They are 0-8 in that situation. Momentum does play a part come tourney time, and Purdue is just 5-6 in their last 11 coming into this contest. Let's face it, going up against High Point and McNeese State thus far is not going to prepare them for going up against Houston in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cougars in this matchup.
Short and sweet, just like she is. The first lady of Las Vegas, Dion D'Amico, says, take the Houston Cougars, lay the wood, you'll take your bookmaker's money. She's been doing some great work overall at SportsMemo. What can they expect from you again on the premium side?
Yeah, so today I already have 2 games loaded for the Sweet 16. I have my Crusher play and my High Roller play. Those are both 4% plays, and we are coming off a big 5% win yesterday with Arkansas.
I will tell you now, just to let everybody know, every year she finishes in the top couple over at SportsMemo in baseball. You did mention a couple of times this week, and I want to reiterate, you don't really start firing on baseball till when?
I usually take anywhere from a couple days to the first week to kind of see how everybody is meshing, how the teams are playing. I like to kind of stay low and kind of go into it once a couple games start.
Great stuff. You see these discounts that are going across the bottom of your screen and flashing up stationary once in a while. We got some great discounts at SportsMemo. Take advantage of any of these discounts, guys. I'm telling you right now, you will make money. Follow Dan. You're going to follow her to the bank. Guys, my free play won again yesterday.
It did.
Was it Arkansas yesterday? I think it was.
No.
Who did I have?
You had
I forgot who I had.
Yeah,
I'm winning so much on my free plays. I don't even remember who I had yesterday. I believe I'm either
I think you did have Arkansas as your free play
9-3, I think, or 8-4, hitting 66% on free plays at the very worst, or 75% at 9-3. Tooting my own horn, you got to pay extra here in Vegas for that. 8-1 or 9-1 all sports run over at SportsMemo. Just to let you know, number 1 capper, last 30 days college basketball, documented. Number 2 overall capper at SportsMemo, documented. 25-10-1 college basketball run, 10-4 NBA run, 6-3 NHL run. I had a 4% play win yesterday on Florida Gators, and today, as you know, I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
Big play, I believe.
I have a 5% release. As you may or may not know, over at SportsMemo, we don't have a ton of 5% releases. That is the best of the best. I'm the pinnacle. That means I reign supreme. Anyway, my homage to my buddy LL Cool J. But I have a 5% play loaded over there. I am going to win it hands down, but I do have another free play winner for you. Now, guys, you still may have to tone down or tune down the volume because I'm still excited. I want to talk about my best friend Dan's best favorite team, the Michigan Wolverines. My friends, I've been around the block quite a few times in the 45 years I've been in and around sports betting. I've experienced odds makers' mistakes. I've experienced traps set by the odds makers. And I've certainly experienced everything when it comes to betting lines. For the life of me, I just can't figure out why the Auburn Tigers are laying this much wood against the Michigan Wolverines. Auburn is a monster team. But they've split out their last 6 games straight up, and they have been absolute point spread poison. They've only covered once in their last 5, and going back a little bit further, they've only covered 3 of their last 10 outings overall. Meanwhile, Michigan has not only won all 5 of their postseason games, they've also covered all 5 as well. Mind you, 4 of those games, they won outright as a dog. Woof, woof. This time of year, that is huge benefit to us, my friends. Keep in mind, guys, this team is really playing some good basketball, and they weren't supposed to be here. And when a team isn't supposed to be here, it makes them very dangerous. Both teams, no arguing, they both have big, strong front courts, talented back courts. Yes, the Tigers account for a couple more points offensively and yield a couple less defensively. They're sharp from downtown, have a small edge from the line as well. But the Wolverines' defenses look so strong, and they've frustrated everybody they've gotten up against recent games. See, everybody's liking it. My phones are dinging. And remember, they went up against some pretty good opponents in both the conference and big dance tournaments. As I mentioned earlier, they were dogs 4 times, won all 4 of those outright. Their offense has really stepped up in the last few weeks, guys. You know, a lot of people talk about this offense, but just let me tell you, they posted 86 against Purdue, 81 against Maryland, 59, which isn't a lot of points scored against a very stingy whiskey defense. Keep that in mind. 68 against UCLA State, and they just exploded for 91 against A&M. I think this line is way out of whack here. I think this should be closer to 5, maybe 4.5, 5.5. But taking 9, nearly double digits, I feel is a gift. Once again, guys, let me tell you what I got loaded over at Sports Memo. I'm on fire. They call me the best, and I did not give this nickname myself. I was given this nickname by my peers, the best big game hunter in this business on the planet. I have another 5% release tonight. It is a winner. Go over to Sports Memo. You see my buzz link, sm.buzz/JD. I almost said DA, /KD.
Well, better yet, you can go to DA and get them.
Go to DA. Buy hers too. Either way, you're going to win with any D'Amico today. It is a winner. Let's bring the panel back on. We'll get some closing thoughts and comments. Then we're going to run down the free plays. If you missed any of our free plays, we're going to run them down in a minute. We got some discounts we want to tell you about. God bless you. See, it's true. And we're going to get you out of here in time to take advantage of all the free winners you got. But remember, the free plays are winning here on the First Family Show. But if the free plays win, what do you think you're going to do on the premium releases by Dion West, myself, and the other great cappers that contribute to the show? Closing thoughts or comments, Dan? Anything for our people out there?
Well, Joel, on your free play, to me, it'll come down for me who I root for. Depends if Michigan State wins the first game. If they win, then yeah, I'll be rooting for Michigan because I want to rip the Walmart Wolverines fans' hearts out once again. If State loses, no, I don't play this SEC BS of if my team loses, I vote for the conference. No, if we lose the first game, I hope Michigan gets blown out. Screw them.
All right. I love you, Dan. Man, a man of few words, but definitely potent words. Dan, I got to tell you something. I know that you're very opinionated when it comes to the teams in your area. But I would not be surprised if it's a Michigan State Elite Eight game matchup. I really wouldn't. I said it yesterday on the show, and I say it again. I think this team has what it takes to upend their opponent here. So I think they're going to win, definitely for sure. No, I would have put it out on the money line. Sure. But I will take those points. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than the point spread. But, I mean, I think it was Arkansas I had yesterday. I thought that they could win the game outright.
We almost had it.
I sprinkled a few bucks on them. Not a lot, a few bucks on them on the money line. But I'm okay with that. I did sprinkle something small on Michigan on the money line today. That's how strong I think this play is. I think it's a very good play. It almost made it as a premium release. But, guys, I'm not a guy. Sean Higgs puts out a ton of plays, and he makes people money for that follow him. I'm a less is more guy. I would rather give you 1 or 2 plays that I feel really, really strongly about than give you 10 or 20 that I feel not as strong about. So I like to put more money on 1 or 2 games, sit back and relax. If I have a good day, great. If I have a bad day, then for me personally and anybody that follows me, they're 24 hours away from being back in the plus column. I'm not one of them guys that could put out a million plays. Plus, I think it's less stressful. If I had that many games in a day, I probably wouldn't even have eyebrows, let alone hair. So having said that, Wes, any closing thoughts or comments for our people out there?
Yeah, UFC Mexico. That is what you want to be watching tomorrow. Like I said, you guys are going to love – Dan's going to love this, and the D'Amicos are going to love this too. So I have 5 fights that I already released this play, all 5 plays over at sportsmemo.com, okay? All 5 of them are underdogs. You get 5 dogs. You have a plus 375, a plus 240, a plus 140, a plus 125, and a plus 100, which is my 7, actually I think it went up to plus 105, so it is a true dog. And UFC, just give you some betting 101 with UFC, you have to take dogs. You have to, because they will bark. It just takes one guy to show up, another guy to not show up, and you have yourself a dog winner. It's not like a baseball team where you got to rely on 8 guys and a pitcher and a bullpen for a dog winner. You need 1 dog to show up, 1 favorite to not show up, and you got yourself a dog winner. I'm 70% in UFC, and I will tell you, I probably released 30 to 40% of those have been dogs, plus money winners. So UFC Mexico, all 5 plays are released in Sports Memo. Go get yourself paid, and let's kick some bookmaker ass.
Now, guys, just to let you know, if you go to SportsMemo and take advantage of Sniper West's all 5 of his plays, he's hitting 70%. Even if he hits 3 or 5, it's 60%. You still got to pick up roughly, depending on which dogs win, 3 to 3.5 units. That's big, guys. That's big stuff. I mean, if the plus 350 comes in, guys, you're up a couple more units. That's huge. That is huge. You play the numbers game. Follow Sniper West. You'll follow him to the bank. Wes, See, Dan would charge me if I asked him for something. Send me your picks. I'll put some money on them, each of them. We get some money going. Dinner's on me anyway. Now, I will tell you.
I do have to throw in one point then.
What's that, sweetheart?
So basically, Wes is saying that if you and me box today, that I'm going to win because he said the underdogs always come here. I already know Wes is taking me in the fight.
Honey, if you even have a dream about boxing me, you better wake up and apologize.
No. Wes said
Wes,
the underdogs.
Wes.
Yeah, but Wes is only hitting 70%, so that could be one of those 30%.
Listen, guys. Listen. I love my wife, but she ever thinks about laying hands on me, I'll just drive to her father. No, I'm kidding. I love you, honey. She is the boss of this house. Don't give me that look.
I am the
She
boss.
is the boss of the house. That's fine. But let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Wes, I know we most likely go see Trickster on Saturday at my good buddy Danny Coker's place over here on West Arrowvamp. If I'm feeling like this, I'm not going to go. But we do have Jackal next week, and maybe we'll catch an Aviators game next week. $2 beer night Thursday nights. What we got to do the show next Friday together to see how we feel after having a bunch of beers on $2 beer night. That would be fun. Guy, I'm going to tell you, the Aviators, if you haven't been to the Las Vegas ballpark, it is not just one of the prettiest, nicest ballparks anywhere. It is a great place to see a game. My advice, though, no matter what, because the sun's going down a little bit later now, get box seats, but get them a little further back so you could be over the eaves behind the first base side, behind the dugout. Go 15, 20 rows back. It's great. In between every inning, every half inning, they got stuff going on. Every full inning, they got stuff going on. They have mascots going around the stadium having fun with you. My buddy Frank Nicotero, everybody knows him. He's an MC and a comedian. He's the hype man over there. Does a great job. But it's a great place to see a game, man. They have a pool in the outfield. Mm-hmm. All right. They've got other things going on. They've got games like located on the walkways and the verandas that you could just sit and play. And it's great stuff. But we're going to probably go to a game next week. We're going to invite Sniper West, have a couple.
Is that a Dodgers affiliate? What team?
Oakland
is that
A's.
Affiliated with?
Oakland A's affiliate. Actually, this team is better than the A's.
The Sacramento A's.
Yeah, these are really good. I've got to tell you, Sacramento. I got to tell you something. We had, before it was the Las Vegas ballpark, it was Cashman Field down past downtown area. For those of you who don't know Vegas, downtown is past Fremont Street, the Fremont Street casinos. And that was a great place to see again. The park was gorgeous, but the area became a little seedy. Yes. And the ballpark was falling apart, which
it doesn't matter.
Wrigley and Fenway are falling apart. It gave it character.
Really...
It was a great place to see a game. In and out parking, not a problem. And that's another thing where you pay $40, $50 some of these places for parking. We don't pay because we don't pay for parking. I'll just leave it at that. Here in Vegas, I've been here 35 years. If you pay for anything, guys, move away. I'll tell you that. That's why it always makes me laugh. I see these big hotshots going, I had to pay for parking. I got to pay resort fees. Dude, if you gamble what you gamble, you ain't paying nothing. So don't tell me you're a big-time gambler because I don't pay for anything. But I do pay for it one way or another. I'll tell you that.
That's right, we do.
But it's a great place to see a game. You know, same thing with Allegiant. Allegiant's a great. They have enough parking. It's in and around. When Allegiant came here, guys, we were a little worried about Oakland fans. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a great place. You could come here wearing a Ravens jersey, a Bears jersey, whatever. And Oakland fans that are tailgating will still say, hey, you want a beer? These are some of the nicest people ever. It is a great place to see a game. Same thing with T-Mobile. If you're a Vegas Golden Knight fan or not, please understand something else, Wes, Dan, and everybody out there. Vegas, the teams that we have, the stadiums are filled with 50% visitors, sometimes more. Oh, sometimes absolutely. You see more fans wearing Montreal Canadiens jerseys than you do Vegas Golden Knights. Sometimes you see, we were at a couple of games where we saw more visiting fans than Raiders fans. And I think you're going to see the same thing when the Oakland team comes here, the Oakland A's come here. You're going to see more visitors in the stands, or as many as you see green. Well, they're still keeping the jerseys. I don't know. We don't know at this point. Green and yellow. But I will tell you, it's a great place to see a game. Understand that this is a city where you get good sunshine 10 to 11 months a year. All right. So it's unlike other places.
People, they don't want to go to Milwaukee to watch the Brewers, but they will go to Vegas to watch the Brewers.
And they also make Wes, I'm a big advocate for Vegas. All right. We have some of the best hotels in the world. I'm too old for them, but I'm told they're the best. And I have clients that come in. They say, "Can you get me VIP for this day club or nightclub?" They have a great time. I'm told we have the best day in nightclubs. When I first moved here, there was only a handful of 4-star restaurants and great places to eat. Now there's hundreds, if not thousands, not just on the strip, but around the strip, east and west side, Henderson, north, south, Summerlin area, you name it. There's great restaurants. We've got great shopping. We've got great golfing, but we also have great weather. And people come here to see a game. They make a weekend or even a week out of it, guys, and they come here. This is like no other place in the world that's like Vegas, guys. I don't care. If you start building another gambling mecca anywhere in the world, they're still 30 years behind whatever Vegas is right now. And understand, if we think we got any competition, we'll start building Vegas up even more. The one thing I would say is I still don't think this is a place to bring kids. You can walk around and see the sights and see fish and see amusement and see this and that or whatever, dolphins and animals, but it's still not a place I wouldn't bring kids here. You want to bring a babysitter, bring a nephew or a niece that you really don't like, stick them in the room, let them do pay-per-view and order all the room service they can do because this ain't a place for kids. But, and one more thing, guys, over the years, I've seen more groups of females on the strip than you see males. Back in the day, it was just guys. It was predominantly guys. Now you see more groups of females, which I love. Come here, have a good time, whoop it up, have a good time. I think that everybody should enjoy Vegas. I'm an advocate for Vegas. We always talk about this 10-day period. About 7 or 8 years ago, we saw New Edition, Lionel Richie, Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett, Motley Crue, and the Sex Pistols all in about a 10-day period. There's no place else in the world you could see a lineup like that. Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world. There's nobody even comes near us. I mean, I know I'm long-winded, but I love this city. And there are people, Wes and Dan, that'll tell me, I can't believe I saw on social media you're on the strip again. I haven't been there in 9 years. Move to Des Moines. There's nothing more wrong with Des Moines, but it's not Las Vegas Boulevard, dude. I hate this strip. I hate Vegas. I hate the weather. We're the 7th busiest airport in the world, and I still call it McCarran. It ain't Harry Reid Airport. Still McCarran. Get on a plane and leave. This is the greatest city in the world for anything you want to have a good time with. But I will tell you this, that old adage, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No, it goes around Vegas quickly. Everybody knows what somebody does in Vegas. Having said all that, I know I'm long-winded. We're going to run down some free plays and some specials, and then we are going to get you out of here. The free plays, Dion, what do we got? Oh, wait, we got comments. Jesse loves Michigan tonight. He also said, Dan, he can't believe you're still wearing that shirt from 25 years ago that he was nice enough to give you a hand-me-down. That's what he didn't say that. I'm just messing with him. Let's give out some specials, D, and then we'll run down the free plays to get everybody out of here. What do we got?
Yeah, so make sure that you subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button and ring that bell because you don't want to miss out on any of our specials.
And hit that light bucket too.
Whatever. Also follow Sports Memo and Wager Talk on their Twitter pages along with all of your favorite gappers. And we do have some amazing specials going on right now. You can get a 3-day pass for just $30. That comes down to just $10 a day. That is good through Sunday. All you have to do is use code MEMO3 upon checkout, and that is good for all of the cappers that have been on the First Family Show all week long.
We'll have a new discount next week.
Yes. We've
got the best supporting cast in this business, guys. The Detroit office is amazing. Plus, we got Ben and Nick helping out in a lot of different ways. But Melissa, Missy, Chris, Kyle, they're the best behind-the-scenes cast in this business. I've been in this business 30 years in Vegas, and I've never worked with a crew this good.
Yeah, and they also do have a new one that's going on for all of the new cappers that have joined Sports Memo. You can get VCP, Abby, CBI, Sean, or Tom for $34.99 for 7 days. That comes down to less than $5 a day. You can get that deal for as many of the new cappers as you like. All you have to do is go to their homepage over at Sports Memo and pick up that package.
And one more special.
We do. And with baseball starting yesterday, you can get a 7-day MLB package of all of the picks from any of your cappers from the site. There is no code needed for that one. It is just $49 for 7 days.
I love you, Dan. You're the best. All right, guys, let's run down the free plays. Get everybody on out here in time to take advantage of these free plays. But remember, guys, as good as these specials, let me try that again. As good as these free plays are, and they are very good, you're going to get a lot more winners than losers. The premium releases are premium releases for a reason over at SportsMemo because our cappers feel they're a little bit stronger than the free plays we give out. Not going to lie to you. I do like our free plays, and I bet a little bit on our free plays, but I fire on my premium releases. I know guys like Dan, Wes, Jesse, Sean, Dion. I know all these people do the same thing as well. We're going to run down the free play. Sniper West, what'd you have for everybody?
Suns +7 over the Timberwolves.
My good buddy, DK, Dan Kaiser.
Well, what you forgot to mention, Joe, is the hooligans from Raider Nation aren't allowed out of Oakland, or their ankle monitors would go off. But I've got the Boilermakers, Houston Cougars, first half under 61.
You gotta love him, huh? All right, my buddy over. We're having fun today. Dion, hit that light bucket with my good buddy. Anyway, Dion, go ahead.
So I'm going to go ahead and take the Houston Cougars minus the 8.5 today.
And your sexy and savory host says Michigan Wolverines +9. I think this game comes down to the last minute. I said the same thing about Arkansas yesterday, and it did. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than the point spread. I like Michigan Wolverines +9. I have a 5% play posted already on SportsMemo on today. Guys, 25-10-1 college basketball run. You can't beat that. I'm going to tell you now. After today, it'll be 26-10-1. Anything else? And we're out of here.
Yeah. Also, make sure that you follow us and all of your favorite First Family Show guests on their social media pages and websites. And tune into the First Family Show for a ton of free winners, some great betting insights, and a few laughs too. And on behalf of Wes, Dan, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.